Hello everyone, this is Yael from Yael Alchemy, and I'm here to bring you the weekly Twin Flame reading for the week of April 9 to the 15th. Before I start, I'd like to thank everyone who sent in their entries for the Akashic Record reading, the free Akashic Record reading that I was offering. As I mentioned before, I am going to pick two. I haven't picked yet, so I am going to just send your entries. I'm going to pick sometime this week. Okay, so when I pick among the entries and you haven't sent yours in, well, maybe for the next drawing I will consider you. And thank you to everyone who shared about their twin flame journey and why they need the reading. So that's all I need. Why you think you need the reading? It's going to be focus on a significant past life between you and your beloved, and possibly answering 3 questions of either how he or she thinks or feels, 3 questions related to that. For the winner, I will send you more instructions as soon as I pick the winner. Okay? Secondly, I do have a new video up relating to the 3 dreams that I had and its relation to the event. Okay, it's the first time I put up a video of that sort. It's more of a conversation, really. I just tell you what went on and the information that Spirit has conveyed to me through those dreams. And we'll see if, because there is one dream there was about the divine masculine, and I don't know if it will be reflected in this reading. Okay, so anyway, do check that out. So, let's begin. Wait, have I forgotten anything else? No, that's about it. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have here the Queen of Spades. And the cards at the bottom of the deck, they're usually the general energies of the reading. So here we have the Queen of Spades. Queen of Spades, usually she's the queen of separation. She's very high-minded in the sense that she doesn't let her emotions rule her mind. Okay, it is sort of seeing the logic, because things work this way, looking at it from the bigger picture. Okay, and here we have the Empress card, which signifies abundance, fertility, and the Hanged Man card signifying a pause. Okay, let me get through these cards first. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, and that's the harvest, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, then the Judgment card. I am going to stop there. Okay, so what do these cards mean? So look at this. Here, until this is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords here represents the truth of the matter, because usually the swords represent that. Okay, so there is a cutting that needs to be done, a separation. And what I'm getting is this is the separation from living in the 5D earth to living in the 5th dimension, even though your body is here in 3D. Okay, and look at this. You have here the Empress card, which is your ultimate abundance and fertility, harvest. Okay, that's hanging at the moment. That there's a pause on that at this time. So whether it's twin flames coming together, if you define it that way, that's still on hold, because there's something bigger here that's going on, which I really expound on those 3 dreams video that I put up. So if you're curious about that, do watch it. Okay, and here, because Seven of Pentacles means that things are just still getting ready to be harvested. See, that's why this Empress card is still on pause, on hold. So there, because it's still a time. You can see here the Seven of Cups reversed, and when the Seven of Cups appears, usually these are choices. Sometimes they present as temptations, meaning there's a lot of things going on and it's creating confusion. Okay, however, amongst this confusion, it is your task, to determine what your highest choice will be among the available options to you. So this is an exercise right now that a lot of twins are going through. Given the situation right now, what is the highest choice that you can pick for your highest good? Okay, and see, that's when things will pick up, because this is regeneration, this is rebirth, this is the Judgment card. And in that Judgment card, look, this is what is being promised, the Empress, because that's what's on pause, on hold. And as I mentioned in the Three Dreams video, there's a reason why this is on pause right now, because we're still getting through this confusion. Okay, so that's why the harvest is there, but it's still not ready, especially in your individual unions. It's still not ready because there are things that twin flames, light workers, and star seeds, they have to get on the job, so to speak. Okay, now let's look at the cards of the Divine Masculine. First card we have for him is the Devil card. I'll open everything first. Then we have the Death card. Okay. Then we have the Six of Wands. And then we have the Chariot card. Okay, look, this is also relating to this pause. Okay, the pause on why you can't harvest it yet, or it's very difficult to harvest what you think you should be getting out of this twin flame journey, which would really entail the manifestation of your union in 3D. Basically, that's what most of you are interested in. Okay, so here, what this is saying that the Divine Masculine, he starts off with a Devil card, and this is the Divine Masculine that is very still bound to the 3D paradigm, and still hasn't gotten out of ego. So here, this is saying that a lot of the Divine Masculines, okay, although there have been a good number who have awakened and are actively pursuing this twin flame journey, there are still a lot of those of your beloved counterparts that are still very much tied to the 3D world. They have difficulty seeing things beyond what they can sense, feel, touch, and still operating on a 3D mindset, because they still don't have access to the divine blueprint. I think last week's reading dealt with this somewhat. Okay, and here is the Death card, the card that follows, and this is the transformation that needs to occur. So this 3D mindset needs to die off and regenerate, because death is very transformative, and one cannot start living in the new earth or in the 5D version of earth, okay, if this mindset is not really struck down and revamped. And that is what the Divine Masculine is having difficulty with. Okay? But what this is saying also is that a lot of the Divine Masculines are currently undergoing this transformation. And that is courtesy of the energies that we are receiving right now. We have been receiving them for several weeks now, okay? Starting from the equinox. And this is still an ongoing endeavor because all this is related to a bigger goal, which is the ascension of the planet, okay? And below the transformation card, look at this. We have the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is what I call, especially in this deck, um, which I was guided to use, is the as above, so below card. You see, when these divine masculines that are part of the collective, that have still work to do in terms of transforming, they have to really transmute these kind of thinking because it's very low vibrational. It cannot exist in the new earth, okay? That's as soon as they transform that, then what has been decreed above, which is really your union, okay? If both of you are incarnated in this lifetime, then that is the goal, because it's it's happened during this time wherein a lot of twin flames have been incarnated at the same time. It doesn't usually happen that way. Okay, sometimes the other twin chooses to remain a soul for the lifetime of the other twin because the other twin wants to experience some other things, always involving their own soul growth, and the other twin that remains a soul remains supportive. They act as a guide for their twin that's incarnated. So here, both twins incarnated at the same time, and because you know your main goal is to raise your own vibration to such a high frequency that both of you are of the same frequency and therefore can come into physical union. So that's as above, so below. But the catalyst here is this transformation, and we've known that. That's why we've been working towards transforming ourselves and assisting our twins transform. Okay? And look at this. The card that comes after this, the Six of Wands, is the Chariot card. And the Chariot card is forward movement. Look. Okay? So that's when they can move forward. And when they move forward, this is going to sort of release this pause button and get on with this regeneration and rebirth. Okay, hold on. Oh, my earphone is coming unplugged. Okay, so there. So again, main theme coming into his own truth. You can see here that this movement, it's on hold because he's still bound to that 3D paradigm. So he's bound there, and if you're bound, you can't move. And here, I've already discussed this, that this transformation will really kick in the manifestation of as above, so below. I'm not going to pick clarifying cards anymore. Okay, and the card here for the divine masculine is the Queen of Cups, and this is going to be the key in his transformation. For other twin flames, the Queen of Cups could represent the divine feminine, so it is the divine feminine that is helping him in this transformation on the one hand. On the other hand, embodying also the energies of the divine feminine, it is really going through life using the higher heart, okay, because that would be the Queen of Cups here. She's very vulnerable. She's not in a warrior stance wherein the whole journey is sort of summarized in her head as a how do you say it? It's like a feasibility study, cost and balance sheet or something like that. I can't access it right now. I know what it's called. it's like measuring the cost effectiveness of being on this journey and waiting on your twin to change. It's like that. But for the divine masculine, this energy that that is not like that cost and cost effectiveness spreadsheet, or calculating your return of investment vis-a-vis your efforts and what has come up so far. That's not this. Okay? So, the divine feminine, who is in this her heart space, in this energy, is the one that is properly assisting her divine masculine during this transformation. And as I said earlier in the 3 dreams video that I put up before I put this up, some divine masculines are having a very difficult time. Okay, so I discuss it there, so do check that out. Okay, let's move on to the divine feminine. First card we have for her is the Emperor card. I'm going to open everything first. Then we have the Nine of Cups. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. And then we have the Temperance card. Okay. Okay. The Emperor card, basically, with these 2 cards, what Spirit is saying is that things are falling into place. They're falling into place in such a way that you will be very pleased with the results. Okay? However, look, much work still has to be done. And that's why there is patience here. Patience is needed. Because look, in getting things on the ground, okay, into their manifested state, when things are falling into place, well, it's well and good if it happens like I don't know, like Tetris, where as those bricks are falling down, they all align at the right place. But it really doesn't happen that way in real life, because Spirit is still creating opportunities for the right people, for the right situation, for the right moment, and the right opportunities for you to take. Okay? And that's why, and all this, look, it's all leading to your hopes and your wishes coming true. So it really pays off to not only be patient, as this Temperance card indicates, but also to do the work associated with it. Because another message of Spirit here, because this 8 of coins falls below the 9 of cups, is that when you wish and all that, don't just expect it to fall on your lap. There has to be a concomitant, an equal amount of work involved on your part, especially when it comes to this journey. Okay? So keep doing the work. It is necessary because, as we can see here, this is needed to assist your divine masculine. Okay. And for the card of the divine feminine, okay, here, it's very straightforward. This is the 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles, you can see here this man is continuing to fashion all these, they look like Christmas lanterns, because in my country we call them parol. Okay, we have lanterns that look like these. They don't look like coins because they're hollow, so they look like Christmas lanterns. So he's still fashioning one of them, and they're made out of gold. So he's still in the process of doing them. He hasn't quite completed them. The 10 would be the completed outcome of this work. So still, so there, reiterating the fact that while things are being made to fall into place, work still has to be done. whether it's working on your twin, okay, and helping him energetically get through this transformation. And in the same breath, working on yourself. Because here, we have the energy card, the Emperor card, and the Temperance card indicates you continuously working to keep your balance, to stabilize in 5D. Okay, so I'm going to pick a card in the middle. See here, this is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is usually a card of regret, disappointment, lost opportunities, but it's a 5. So this also indicates that the number 5 is an agent of change. It's change that has been initiated by the divine. Okay? So here, the Five of Cups, this is learning from your disappointment, from all the wasted opportunities. And some divine feminines and divine masculines will consider having gone through the journey up to this point on, some who have given up or just turned their back on it altogether because, they could not wait. They didn't have enough patience. They still believe that this is the only life they have. So it all boils down to that, your beliefs. And you're not preparing for the next one. Because you're still thinking in a very limited way, wherein, my time is wasted. This is all the time that I have. And he's still not here. I might as well go on and, all those other scenarios that look for company aside from their twin. So again, this is a card of wasted opportunities, regrets, disappointment. It's in between these two because this is again a 5. So from all those things that you have been disappointed in, that is what is going to trigger this change. Okay, whether it's a change for forward movement, look at this, forward movement for the divine masculine, or change for the divine feminine, in that she gets off that inertia and starts working again, working with her twin energetically so that they can both move forward at this point in time. Then that is the change that both are currently undergoing. Okay, so anyway, that's what I have for you this week. Do try. Oh, yeah, in my 3 dreams video, I did mention about the crystal, the Synergy 12 crystal, called Satyaloka, and I forgot to mention, I kept on referring to it as Satyaloka. It's also known as a zestulite, and these are Sacred 7 crystals. They're my new assistants in this is green aventurine, and this is the Sacred 7 crystal, and they've been very helpful so far because the messages are coming in very, very clear. Okay, so as always, I still do have the blooming blessing up and that'll be up until the end of spring. If there are things that are stagnant in your life that you'd like to revive, you may want to consider getting the blooming blessing that is dispensed with by the Ascended Master Amaryllis. Okay, and for those who wish to assist their twin, their divine masculine, who's having a very challenging time, but they are transforming. There is movement there from this bondage. It is in the process of transformation now. Do consider the energy tools that I offer on my site, whether it's the Couples Heart Chakra Reiki or the Couples Advanced Reshiba. I think these two right now are very helpful to help your twin bridge the difficulties in him transforming so that he can move on with you to the new earth, okay, and not get left behind, because I also discussed that in my 3 dreams video. So do check that out. Anyway, that's what I have for you, everybody. Take care, everyone. Bye.